Hello, welcome to Taurus New Moon Meditation. This is a very beautiful and layered topic that we're going to do today and explore today. We are going to explore desire, the mystery of desire, as Taurus is. It is an archetype that rules the mineral kingdom, the minerals. The Capricorn is another sign or another archetype that is very much relevant to matter. It is Capricorn is the epiphany or the culmination of soul initiation and the descending into matter. But the energy of Taurus that is connected to mineral kingdom is different. It is different from that of Capricorn, and we hopefully get a taste of that today. Taurus represents the desire nature of humanity, and that is why it is so important to explore this theme. In Aries, we are connected to the mental nature, to the mental layers, and the will of God as such, yes, but as an idea more so, as a pure being. And as a soul, we start to emerge as an idea. And in Taurus, we descend from the mental plane to desire and astral plane. Desire and astral plane, meaning that we are very much tested on the emotional plane. And that carries out in the form nature of our humanity. But it also relates when it is matured, when the test is passed and we mature in our emotional capacity, emotional maturity, we transform that into intuition. We open the gate to intuitional plane, and that is the illumined mind. That is one of the keynotes of Taurus. And so basically the desire nature of humanity is represented in all layers of our being. The personality layer, so the personality dislikes and likes. Then the soul aspiration, so the personality likes and dislikes are transmuted into soul aspiration. But soul aspiration is also desire, and it is connected to our purpose. And the purpose is the will of God, the great plan of spirit. And when these three are aligned, when they are synthesized, this is a synthetic sign also, when they are synthesized, the fourth quality of divinity, which is the presence of God, is revealed at the center of that triangle. And so we don't need to be enlightened or even that advanced as on our path as souls or as personalities, but it is just required that it is just enough integration on personality, just enough integration on soul, and just enough contact to the monadic energy and to the monadic nature of our being, that when these can hold themselves or we can hold them all together at once, and they align. The personality will, the soul will, and the will of God align. The fourth can flow through, and it's so it forms like this. I forget the word in English, but it's that sort of a fork-like thingy that you when the king of waters or the king of oceans held in his hand. It is that kind of a object that forms through our being as a human being, that all our centers are acting as one, as in alignment, and that triangle is directed by the fourth quality of divinity that is pervading and piercing through everything, all of these layers, before those layers, in between those layers of our being, and through those layers of our being. So that is the love before, between, and birth, through everything and nothing. And that presence of God is such a deep peace, unfathomable beauty, and just ecstasy. And why it is also interesting and why it is so curious to explore that on the matter plane of our physical being is that we can access all this through our sexual energy combined to our emotional desire, sexual desire, emotional desire, and letting that evolve, mature into higher frequency that actually opens up our third eye. So the actual two physical eyes fuse into one that opens up the vision and the blindness that is typical of the lower frequencies of being human. The blindness sort of gives way, and it comes and goes until it's stable. So no need to, I'm saying to myself, because I personally have this tendency, okay, now that I get this, it has to be permanent, it has to be stable all the time, but it doesn't work like that. And so what we do until we develop enough, it is that we dip our toes into that water, and then we come back, and then we dip some more, and then we come back until we are stable in that illumination. But when this portal is open, we access the sentiency of the spirit. And the one being that was the pure being that was explored in Aries splits into duality. It becomes dual. So that is because that is represented by the two horns of Taurus. And that is the will and purpose. That is the duality. And we are connected to that through our being, through our illumined mind. And yet, at the same time, we are developed into diamond souls. And what that means in these teachings is that, on the other hand, or one hand, it means the perfection of form. And that is why we need, especially in Taurus, we need to take care of our form. Not only our physical vessel that we are in this life, but also our surroundings. So it is Taurus is very practical about everything. But on the other hand, Taurus and the diamond soul is the capacity and the ability to transmit light, and not just any light, not just soul light and not just sunlight, but it is the light supernal. And light supernal means that it is the light that encompasses all aspects of the one life, all the rays, all the qualities, all the nuances of life. And so darkness in this case is not the dark light, but the darkness of not seeing that light of life, not being in contact with the different variety, the range of life that is around us and surrounding us all the time. And that is why darkness leads to light. So when we go through the struggles, we go through the emotional testing, we go through the triggers, we go through the crisis, that is the darkness that leads to light. We are perfected in our form, we are constantly tested, and then we are able to hold and transmit the light supernal. And this light supernal is the energy of life and death and rebirth. And when we are in contact with that, it automatically leads to liberation. And in this particular zodiac sign and in this archetype, liberation is through burning, because this is about the first ray of will or power, and that is a very powerful electric current of fire. And as we burn with desire, everything that does not hold the one life at the core falls away, and we don't really get a chance to say, yes, we are given the opportunity, will you give your consent? And if you give your consent, then it's much easier. But if we don't, and we say, no, don't touch that, don't go there, then there's attachment, and then there's going to be more suffering, unnecessary suffering. And so today we are also going to explore what kind of burning is happening in our being, and opening the space for that burning for the upcoming 2 weeks until the full moon of Gemini. And about the planetary rulers. So Taurus is related to desire, and that is partially because the planetary ruler on the personality level is Venus, same as it is in Libra, and Libra is carrying the teachings of power, sex, and money. And we are working through that connection as well. And it does have the similar kind of meaning here as well, that the sex originally in these teachings is not so much about the horizontal sex, animals having sex, animal bodies connecting, but rather the vertical sex, the personality and soul fusing, the soul and spirit fusing, and then spirit and personality, spirit and matter fusing. And then the esoteric ruler is Vulcan. So the solar or soul level ruler is Vulcan. And this is the planet that helps us to find our soul mission. That is the transmission of that planet. And it also helps us to establish a relationship between the mineral kingdom and the soul. And when those are fused, it also brings the relationship to money. So in that sense, the synthetic nature of Taurus brings in all of the aspects of divinity, or the monadic energy, and that is the power and the will as the first aspect of the monad and spirit, and then the sex, which is the second, and love and wisdom, and matter, the active intelligence, and that is related to money. And we form a significant triangle as humanity when we are connected to the divine will and mineral kingdom. Then we are serving and fulfilling our purpose and destiny to serve as bridges between spirit and matter. Let me see if there was something else that I wanted to bring into this. Maybe just that just to mention that the planetary ruler on the monadic plane is Uranus. And it is a planet of the hidden mystery. And it is the spirit that is united with the body, with the matter. And so today my intention is to guide a journey where we can explore the will and desire of our personality, soul, and spirit, and aim for their fusion, to aim for their simultaneous holding and alignment so that we can access the fourth quality of divinity. Let's see what happens. And yeah. So first of all, I invite you to bring yourself to your heart as the whole keynote of Taurus boils down to the one question that Alice Bailey brought in her work, is that, is my present attitude, my work, or intention actuated by the personality desire? Or am I working and planning directly under soul urge and incentive? And that is the principle of love. And so I ask us all to remind ourselves that when we place ourselves in the heart, to just confirm and reaffirm to yourself that I am love. and I am in my heart. And whatever love, the quality of love you are, that doesn't matter. You can also feel into that quality of love if you feel like doing that. But just say those words that I am love and I am in my heart. And just listen for a moment. And from that space of listening, see what arises. And whatever arises or stays silent, that's totally fine. And totally okay if there isn't anything arising. Stay with that. That is also something arising. That emptiness, that hollowness, maybe. But if there is something that you can name yourself, let yourself name that. And let yourself, let your matter, let your body respond to that. Let it find acceptance, surrender to your heart. Let your body land on this surface that you're on. Let your body and each of the cells and atoms to just drop. Let them vibrate with this love that is emanating from your heart. And let that love melt any tensions away, any unnecessary tensions, any loops of the mind, any stagnant emotions that may be present in your experience right now. Just witness and observe where that love from your heart is emanating. Where is it flowing to? Where is it the most needed or needed the most? Let yourself receive the unconditional love, the overflowing, unconditional, infinite love that is you. And let this love drop down into your base, into the area of the perineum, the anus, the root, your legs, feet, lower abdomen, genitals also. Let yourself sense what is present in your experience in your base right now. Let yourself move that hip area if you feel called to. If there is some stagnation, if there is numbness, see what kind of activation serves you best today. If it is a circular movement, if it is a bouncing on the seat, if it is a shaking, if you need to stand up for that, then please let yourself have the space for that. Just listen to your body and its wisdom and commune with your body, as the physical body is one layer of your personality. See what happens with your breath when you give your awareness and bring your awareness to your base. Do you hold your breath, or are you able to breathe freely and bring that life force into your base? And see if that movement, that activation brings up any stories that may be related to this area of your body. And just if you notice any stories, then just let yourself name them aloud to yourself. If there are words that your body is carrying still after many years, even that never had the chance or the opportunity to be voiced, then feel if there is sounds, if there are words that need coming out in the form of sentences, in the forms of uh, sighing or shouting or growling or howling or whatever that is. Let that sort of a protective shield melt in the light of your love. Held by your love. And let those stories come to light. And also, if there are any emotions involved or attached to these stories or these parts of your body, even if there aren't any stories, but there may be some emotions that don't have any stories to them, but it is just something that you sense and you don't understand where it comes from, then there's no need to go look for the reason of that emotion, but just instead stay with that emotion, let it flow, let it be held. And let it express itself. And don't just be fooled by the first layer that you come in contact with. See what's underneath. Peel it like an onion. No rush. If you rush, you may risk bypassing something really important and meaningful. Just instead of digging actively, then let it unfold and reveal itself. As the love you are shines the light on the layers, melts the inertia or stagnation. And also, if there is activation on the life force energy, the sexual energy, then also give space for that. As you keep stripping the layers and as you keep making more space in your body for energy to flow, it's natural that the spaciousness and the love and the intimacy within yourself invites in more life. As you peel the layers of this area, of this center, if you reach a point where no more layers is coming out, then just stop there and stay present while you allow the energy to flow, while you are the love that you are. Also recognize that this place in yourself is also love. If there is still any fear or shame covering this base, let yourself name that, feel that, let that energy flow for the next minute. Then see what's underneath. What is the deep desire that is hidden underneath the fear or shame or the different layers that you just came across? Name it for yourself. Let it burn. Let this desire burn in the base. Let it burn until you fall through it. as you burn with desire in the base and allow yourself to fall through that desire. Allow the dark core dilate. The dark core at the center of this desire, at the center of your base. Let it dilate and swallow you whole. Let it fuse and absorb. And keep breathing all the way down to your base. And that's okay if you stop or hold your breath. Just notice what kind of a reaction you have for the monadic life in your form, in your matter. And see if you can relax even deeper. Allow the energy from your base to rise through your heart into your solar disk, the causal body above your head, above your crown. And so let yourself inhale and invite in the core of matter into your chakra system and travel through your crown into the solar disk above your head. Let it activate whatever is there that needs to fall away. And if there are any impulses for movement in your body on the way to your solar disk, let that dynamically be released. Let that impulse be free. And the solar disk is a sphere, a ball, a golden ball. It is the diamond, it is the jewel that you are. Allow yourself to sense. Allow yourself to sense the diamond you are, the love that you are here. Because this is also love. Sensing the solar disk and staying rooted, staying grounded in your body at the same time. And as you stay grounded at the same time, see if the dilation, the fusion, the absorption that we already went through in the base, if that is activating the dilation of the core of your solar disk, if they actually are connected already, you can also sense that connection, how the base is feeding the dilation of your solar disk. Demand more life. What is the deepest desire here? Name that desire out loud for yourself. Let that desire burn in the solar disk as the blazing sun, the central sun of the galaxy, of the electric current, fire. And let it burn until you are nothing. And then as you hold the dilation in your base and the dilation in your solar disk, in your causal body, let these two polarities tighten the string that you are. Let the string that you are hum with life and bring your awareness to your heart. And here, allow yourself to gently, gently pull any curtains of illusions aside, any layers of armor out, gently blowing the dead leaves on the soil of your heart away, revealing the core desire of your heart. Name that desire for a self. Let your desire pierce your being. Giving your consent to be penetrated by the one life. To be penetrated in this desire. Revealing the black hole in your heart. And that is the extension of the black hole at the center of the galaxy. Magnetizing the two polarities in your base and your solar disk. Letting your heart be the bridge between those two centers, fusing these three rings, these three spheres. Or if it is supporting you more to sense them as a triangulation, then allow yourself to do that. But see, witness as you give space to these three. How do they align with each other? Are they in balance? And as you sense these three centers, see if the fourth behind the three reveals itself. the three desires burning. The soul calls the arising sign. The light must be released, burn with desire. The light must be released, burn with desire. And the pledged disciple responds, I see, and when the eye is opened, all is illumined. I see, and when the eye is opened, all is illumined. Let yourself sense the love before, between, and birthed through everything and nothing. Let yourself be moved through all of your three centers as one life. What is the flavor of this one life, this quality that is present in your experience right now? Name it and let yourself remember this. Take note of your physical sensations, your emotional state, your thoughts, your energetic imprint of this experience, and let yourself remember. Let yourself come back to this. Whenever you need. And then find a completion that is supportive of your integration of this journey today. And when you are ready, please come back to the shared space on the screen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Is there anything you would like to say?
Yeah. Let's see if I find the words for this. I do have to say that already whilst we were in meditation, I was trying to find words for it to share it, which is right. Yeah, because sometimes you just felt something and you want to share this. Um, so I have found this to be a beautiful lesson in love, actually. This meditation. Starting off in a sense that sort of like when you said something like, where does your love want to flow? It was very much in the beginning, like, where does it want to go? And sort of it crashed right back into myself. And I was surprised because it totally hit me by surprise that my love just sort of crashed into myself. And that sort of became the theme, sort of the string that sort of I journeyed with. What love really is. It's actually sort of you coming back to you, and meeting something where you already are, and fall into and sort of are that already, and just meet actually yourself somewhere else. Like this is the melting of other is love, and then I was super angry with love because I felt like shit just for that. I mean, so much pain, so much suffering for following this. Yeah, the most important thing we all are here for is love. The biggest, I don't know, crises and all. It's all about love. And then just for myself, I realized actually that's not true, because love never got me in trouble. It was always when I tried to sort of bring love, evoke love, get love. And you can say the same for life, right? Where I tried to bring life where there wasn't no life. And I find that very eye-opening, just sort of to get a reference of what it means to meet love and to follow love, and how that really feels. And that it's actually the safest place you can actually be, right? It's just sort of being, and it doesn't matter if that's places, workplaces, humans, things that you eat, you consume. If it really feels like you find something that you already are and sort of fall into that, like a door that opens and you already find yourself and there is no other, and you're fully consumed by this. That's actually how love feels. And I found that really, really beautiful. Yeah.
What a beautiful and wise words. Amazing. I feel goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really a surprising journey on all levels. Just to find reference for oneness, actually, what that really means.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy for you. That's
Thank you so much.
huge.
Yeah. I
That's
really
huge.
enjoyed it. You can see on my, like, I'm totally like I have like, yeah, totally burning. Everything's hot because everything sort of was just vibrating all the time. Yeah, interesting. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. For me, this meditation today had a mixture of love and ecstasy and peace. It's a weird combo because my mind cannot fathom how can they coexist, but they do. And the energy that comes online is something that I sense like it can't really fit into this human skin suit, but rather but while it's still filling the skin suit, but it is also extending towards the core of the earth through my base and through my crown to the causal body and further on. And I feel like I'm this hot dog in in a stick on a fire burning, and then there's that rolling, the rolling kind of that I'm being just rolled over, being barbecued while I'm going through these human experiences and these simultaneous states of being, and just witnessing how the energy that flows through me is manifesting itself into the world. And, sometimes it's painful, but today I'm just I find it humorous. Yeah. And then there's this deep, deep reverence and devotion that comes online as well in the presence of this energy, as I realize that the little I can never know better. These are the words that come to me now, that the little I can never know better than the one life itself. And so I'm just bowing down in awe and reverence. Joya, is there anything you would like to say? You don't have to. I'm just checking.
I feel part of me is still meditating, so I'm very back there.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, and we'll continue journeying together. We'll continue creating the group field together. And I'll see you next time.